Hi guys, today I want to do a little review and unboxing of this new palette, watercolor palette that I received in the mail. I was so excited to see Portable Painter release a new variation of their fun watercolor palette. I myself pledged to their Indiegogo years ago for their original Portable Painter palette where it's very easy to transform and become a cool portable palette that you can kind of sit on any surface or on your thigh, and it fits 12 colors, and I've loved using it since because these pots became like cool water containers for watercolor, obviously. And it's been like 2 years, I think, since they released this, and Stefan Padden is the creator of Portable Painter, and he came out with this new cool variation called the Micro. And as you can see, it is even smaller than the original version. In fact, it's just a palm size and probably credit card size as it describes. And it opens up to this kind of satellite look credit card size watercolor palette, and it's just so cool. You open it, it like flows together, it transforms, and you can have 6 half pans in there, or put 2 full pans and 2 half pans. And it actually, in this package, includes all these extra pans for you to use if you want to switch things out. So let's unbox it and see. So here is the Micro Portable Painter. So first you open this, and this is the cap where you can then proceed to clip on to the body. Sorry, I was doing it wrong. And here's where the paint sits. You take this out, and you can clip this onto the side. And this is the other mixing well. You can use this as the mixing well because of these little compartments, or you can use this as a water container for your watercolor paint. So I'm just kind of putting this on there. So there you go. It's a cool satellite look to the entire setup. Put 6 half pans in there, some mixing wells, the water container part, or more mixing space. And what's cool about this is that it has this kind of cool T-ring at the bottom where you can put between your fingers like this, and you can then hold it very comfortably, whether you're mixing or you want to set it on the table. Like, I think it works really well a certain way for it to just kind of like sit. And if you do have the leisure of painting outdoors, it's very easy to hold it between your hands, and you dab some water and mix on the palettes. So the cool thing is, if you're not used to like this on that top side, you can also switch it around, which I'm gonna actually do here. And yeah, this is a much more comfortable placement of my fingers in terms of the T-ring, and the heavier water side goes down below, and if I'm sketching, I can very easily reach all the spaces I need this way. So the question is, what color should I use for these 6 half pans? So I just went through a little like excruciating dilemma session off screen, going through all my paints, and I think I came up with these 6 colors. So I got the primaries, obviously, and then what 3 extra color do I want to include? So the first color I want to choose is a cerulean blue. So it's kind of like a cyan color of the 3 primary colors. Apparently it's a cool blue, and you can mix some really fun kind of half opaque greens with these because the transparency is not that high, but I love this cerulean blue. The next color, the red, I'm going to be using alizarin crimson. If you want your painting to be more light steadfast, you might want to go for the permanent alizarin crimson, but I don't really care, and I have this huge tube I need to use. Here's Windsor yellow, and it's also a cool yellow, so all these three are like cool primary colors, and I look forward to mixing some fun combos with those. And now the key part is which extra three colors I'm gonna use. The first one I'm gonna choose is Buff Titanium. It's this really cool like opaque-y white or like earthy ground color, and it's really hard to mix obviously with this because of the nature of its color. It's kind of like a white, an opaque white that I can pair with these to create a natural color look. I want a convenient green for mixing, and I want it to be like an interesting green, so I chose Undersea Green. I love it because it kind of depicts that Pacific Northwest muddy green, I would call like ballard look, where it's kind of like murky, seaweedy, if you will. And I wanted it to be a fun green in my palette. And then finally, instead of black, I'm gonna use Alvaro's Fresco Gray. It's also a very cool gray, and it will create some really interesting darker shades to the colors I'll be mixing, and I think it will bring a lot of dimension to my palette. So let's fill it up, I guess. And then the next question is like, which order do I mix the colors in? So I'm actually gonna be very like careful about my color theme. So I might do this combo, I think. Okay, I don't want to like stain my yellow, so I want to put like a buffer color in between, because I place this next to it often, and then sometimes messes up my palette because I'm very used to just like dabbing around my palette. So I'm just gonna start putting some colors in. So I just filled in the colors of the paint, and now I'm gonna try out the function of the palette. So here I'm gonna put in the water, and I'm gonna be trying out these colors. Just gonna go from the lightest, Buff Titanium here, going into some yellow. This is Windsor Yellow from Winsor Newton. And I'm mixing the two together here. I'm gonna go into the Undersea Green. Yeah, it's, oops, sorry, I got some red in there earlier. Going to my blue, cerulean blue. Whoa, like, I love that color. It's great for skies. It's kind of opaque too. My reds now. Whoa, alizarin crimson is a cool guy. It's so vibrant. It makes a nice purple too when you mix the two together. And then finally, Alvaro Fresco Gray. There, and now, let's see. See, I can make some nice orange with this mixing color. I mix some of this with the cerulean blue. I get a muddy brown. Probably needs a little more blue. What's this? Oh, this is the gray with the red. I get a nice darker red. Let's see. Let's put some. I love the earthy colors. So here is the undersea green with that yellow and that red mixture. Let's create some fun green. Isn't this bright? Let's do some purple, actually. Very pretty. Add some, create a more greenish blue this time. This is very deep red here. So yeah, I think this is super cool. I can't wait to kind of take it out and paint on the street with this. And I'll definitely report back to see how it works and how it feels holding this to paint.